Okay, now we are live. Now, welcome to Members Only. It's a Monday night. We just chilling. And I got a special guest. And this guy is like one of the hardest workers that I ever ran into. And he could be featured on Skinny Joey Merlino's podcast. He produced the episode or two. He's doing this thing out there in LA. Shout out to Billy Luna. What's going on, man?
What's up, members only? Thanks for having me, brother. When you talk about hard working, I don't know, man. I see you putting out a little bit, few more videos than me, doing a little bit better numbers than me.
Listen, I got to get better. I just got to get better. I try to be consistent. But, I'm part-time with this, man.
No, man. You're my favorite. Your channel's awesome, bro. I love what you do. Always a pleasure to be on.
Yeah, man. Straight from LA, man. Like, how's it going out there with all the wildfires, man? It's blessed that everything's good with you, but I know you got friends and family out there that's going through it.
Oh man, it's bad. It's bad. It's been a hell, bro. It's been about a week of hell, but it was, I don't know, 48 hours of hell. It's lightened up for me right now, but it's tense, bro. Tense.
Yeah. And then I know some idiots out there looting and stuff like that. It's like, what? And setting more stuff on fire.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta keep your head on a swivel, man.
I was just talking to somebody. I was like, yo, people always try to find an excuse to run up in a store or run up in, just do some looting.
Oh yeah. It's just, it's like shopping. LA, that's just like shopping.
Yeah.
It's like, LA is LA anyway. So, you can't let the palm trees and the blue sky and the ocean fool you. You've got to always, keep your head on a swivel,
Yeah, trust me. I only been out there once, man. I was out in West Hollywood for brunch with me and my lady, and I saw these dudes standing on the corner with their shirt. It was like 4 or 5 dudes. They were smoking, had their shirts all, they had tattoos. I'm like, wait, ain't we in Hollywood?
Oh man,
they was out there smoking weed. I was like, oh wow, yeah, it's crazy.
No, it's wild. It's the Wild West out here, man, for sure.
Yes, sir.
But I'm stoked about our topics. I don't even know how to see the chat. Do you see the chat?
Let's see.
Comments, live, start, private chat. I don't even know how to do this stuff, to be honest.
Nobody comment yet.
Okay.
Comment yet on it, but
okay.
Yeah. So tonight, there we go. We got William Battle.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Man. Shout out to him. He was on my he was on a live stream a couple days ago. Man, shout out to William Battle, man. But tonight we're gonna go over a few topics. Man. Talking about this underworld, organizations, crime organizations to be exact. You can apply this to real life, and the topic is: would you rather be feared or respected?
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's two things that that goes well within an organization. But I would like to know, what would you pick out of the two?
For sure. Yeah, man. You had some good topics tonight. That's the first one you said. Do you agree? Wait a second. Okay, wait. I gotta get on the right page here. What were the?
Yeah,
do you want to go? Do you want to run through? Do you want to run through all the topics first? Then we'll start one at a time. Just to tell everybody what we're gonna do.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna keep things flowing anyway. But the second topic was gonna be we're gonna take it to the mob genre. Do we agree with John Gotti, Shelf, and Angelo Ruggiero? So we got that. And then, if Tupac was alive, where would he be? We got that. And then after that, we could BS around, talk about, content creators. You know how this YouTube game go, man.
Oh yeah, no, this is, dude. When you sent me these, you got some great topics here. So you want to start off with, if someone was running an underworld organization, would you rather be feared or respected? That's number one, right?
Yep.
Okay. It's interesting. I'll grab it first and answer what my opinion is on this. It's about, fear, of course. If people fear you, the only problem with fear is this. I used to know a guy back in Philly named Big Frank. Big
Yeah.
Frank lived on, I'm thinking somewhere around, let's say like 5th and Diamond,
Yeah.
And Big Frank, he was a cool dude. He was a friend of mine. He was a big man. He was I don't know, 6'5", 350, big guy. And of course, now Big Frank was cool. Big Frank, I met Big Frank because I used to walk down there to score maybe, little things that are legal nowadays, we'll say, but back in the day they weren't. And I used to roll down from Temple's campus when I was over there, and I used to go and pick up stuff from the Puerto Ricans down there on let's say 5th and Diamond.
Yeah.
And so, every time you're walking down through that kind of neighborhood, you gotta, you just want to talk to who a lot of people are going to yell, hey, but you don't want to play that game, or you'll end up getting something stuck in your ribs,
Yes.
be it a blade or a gat. And one day there was Big Frank. I came upon Big Frank sitting on the front of his house, and he was sitting on the stoop. He owned this house, and he had this big Jimi Hendrix mural painted on the side of the house. And I love Jimi Hendrix, and Frank loves Jimi Hendrix. So me and Frank would just go and like smoke doobies and just listen to Hendrix all day, and we just hung out all the time. He's a good buddy of mine. But the reason this is, I'm a real digressor, bro. And the reason I'm digressing in this roundabout thing is Big Frank is a big man. Now, what do you do with a big man? There's only one thing you can do with him. Big Frank had been shot like 5 times.
Right.
So now that's like, I would say to answer it that you want to be feared, because fear is just really keeps people in line. I mean, you could say fear is respect, but sometimes fear will trigger a reaction. Like, when you're as big as Big Frank, there's nothing you can do with that guy except shoot him.
Yeah,
So
that's facts. Yeah.
So if you fear, it's like, I'd say I'd still have to go with the fear, and I just but if you're gonna roll with trying to make people fear you, you better be rolling deep and heavy.
Right. Yeah. Just like Rock Fresh said, fear gets your head knocked off. That's facts though. That's definitely facts. And William Battle said, "Membersonly, I'm an author." He said, "The Ghetto Bastards" by William. Unique Battle. My father just passed. He was a member of the Black Mafia.
Oh,
wow. Condolences, man. My condolences.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, fear will definitely get your head knocked off. So that's what you're picking. You'd rather be feared than respected?
Yeah, because I mean, respected, like what is respect? Like respect is just, I don't know. I mean, because it's like, certain people don't have respect. You know what I mean? There's certain people that that do not have respect. And so you're never going to get anything from that person. The only way you can, everybody can experience fear, and, but not everybody can have respect. So it's tough though, man. I mean, here's the deal. We both know it. It's not the right way to go. It's like if you're in that game, whichever you're, that kind of game where you're making that choice, your end is like death, jail, or turning rat. There's like 3 choices.
Yeah, that's
and who knows, if you turn rat, you might get death in jail anyway. But
it has its pros and cons.
Right.
It has its pros and cons. Like fear is me stealing from you and fearing you enough not to get caught. Respect is me having an amount of respect for you not to steal from you. That's just how it is. So it's basically is what you're doing behind the other person's back. So fear is me stealing from you, but I fear you enough not to get caught. So I don't respect you. I fear you, but I'm gonna still steal from you because I don't respect you enough, but I fear you enough not to get caught. And then when it comes to respect, it's like respect is me having an amount of respect for you, not to steal from you. That's just how it is. And, being fair can be very dangerous. How many situations you heard about guys shooting out of fear? A coward can kill you. It's like faster than a gangster.
Right.
And that's
Absolutely.
real shit. And you look at law enforcement, how many like innocent people got shot, from out of fear. Cops shoot people out of fear, big misunderstanding. But being fair can have it can have its pros also. Like I can respect you enough to tell you the truth about how I can't give you your money, but fear will make me get your money somehow, some way. So it's like, so you really got to think about it when it comes to that. Like fear, I'm gonna get your money somehow, some way. If I gotta rob Peter to pay Paul, if I got that amount of respect for you, I'm gonna just keep it 100. Like, yo, man, I respect you enough. I can't have your money. I can't get you your money, man. I can't pay you. But when you fear somebody, you gonna get them their money. That's facts.
It's, I mean, you picked a tough question here. This is not an easy question. You know what I mean? I mean, ultimately, like, it's easy to say, oh, I want to be feared and respected, but it's like, no, this is, it's a tough question. So it's hard. But what is your definitive answer on this? Would you rather one than the other? What do you think?
You got to be respected, because if you're running a crime organization or any type of organization, man, if people respect you enough, man, they'll sit down with you. Oh yeah, I respect this person so much, so I'm not going to do this to his business. I'm not going to try to take over this territory. I'd rather sit down with him and talk about it. That's the amount of respect that I have for you. I'd rather do the things that go a lot smoother if you're respected. See, if someone feared, they can still go to war. They can still go to war with somebody. They can still take me to war, but they just on their P's and Q's now. Now they gotta get a stronger army, and they gotta watch. They're gonna do anything they can just to take me out. That's what fear does. So fear just make your opponent stronger and more smarter and more wiser. That's all it does. Fear just sharpens your opponent. That's all it does.
But if I mean, if you're dealing with sharks, say like, say you're in the ocean, right? And you're swimming with some sharks, right? Certain people in life are sharks. And if you run into a shark doesn't understand respect, But if you, I mean, even a shark in the water, if the shark's, you're out surfing and a shark runs up on you in the water and you punch that shark right between the head, the eyes or whatever, it will understand that. The shark has no ability to understand respect.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? It's just like, I guess it's like, it really depends upon your op.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It depends. It depends, but respect goes a long way, man. Respect can take you further than being feared.
Right. Ultimately, yeah. That's like, because respect is like more of like, it's more civilized. You know what I mean? It's more of like a more intellectual, like, civilized type of thing. But then there's just some people that are out in the street. And when you're talking about criminal organizations, you're dealing with, there's not a lot of like civility. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of like, deep thinkers. Most of the guys are torpedoes.
Right.
It's like, it's a tough one though. What does everybody else think? What does everybody else in the chat think about this?
Yeah. William Battle said, I was a savage. I laugh when cats give props to Lou Hobbs and Demencio. Do you know why they left NYC and who dudes sent at Glaze? I know they talking about Glaze and who dudes sent at Glaze. You gotta reword that. You kind of messed that up. But yeah. I'm going with the respect thing, man. Like if I have some money laying around, a guy can respect me enough not to take it, versus a person that fears me. He might take the money, but he fears me enough not to get caught. So that's the difference, So it all depends. It all depends on the situation, man.
Right.
I'm just putting people in the chat to get involved. Let me know what y'all think, man. Would you rather be feared or respected?
Yeah. Or also in the chat, if you know of any true life instances of someone who is either feared or respected and where that got them.
Right.
Huh. Interesting. It's a tough one though, man. It's a toughie. I feel like I'm burning calories trying to think about it. You know what I mean?
I mean, we have a lot of stories like this. These crime stories we talk about every week. There's stories about guys that's feared, and there's guys that's respected. Just that,
Yeah.
I know Alpo, he was on the streets, and some people may say that he didn't really get his respect until he got around Wayne. So when he got around Wayne, things did get a little smooth for him, but man, it was still, it was still that. And it's like, all right, so once Wayne not around you, what you gonna do?
But it's like, respect can flow from fear too, can come out of fear, right? I mean, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
Is it really respect?
Right. That's right. Because that's what I was thinking also. It's like, what is respect? Is respect love? Like,
no, it's not love. It's just that, I had the respect. Like I'm on this live chat with you because I have a lot of respect for you. I respect what you do. I respect your content. I won't get on here with just anyone. That's respect. I respect what you do. I respect you as a person. I respect to have you, I respect you enough to give you my time. If I'm scared, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm scared to get on Billy Luna. Let me just try to make some type of excuse. Let me try to make some type of excuse. Or if I'm on here out of fear, like a lot of people just mess with people out of fear, like Wayne Perry. He had a lot of guys around him, but they was around him out of fear,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, who do you think, like, let's say, like, like the mafia, like who in the mafia do you think operated out of fear, and who do you think operated out of out of respect?
Well, Nicky Scarfo, he was killing people left and right.
Right.
You got, Carlo Gambino. I think he operated off of respect, Well, that's like later on when he was old, when he already did his dirt, he already climbed the ranks. He already, his time was up, but he had a lot of respect.
Yeah, but like, the respect is like, because Carlo Gambino was a very genteel, like, like tiny little man. But I mean, he had these guys that would just, roll up and just kill you. So I mean, man, this is such a tough question,
Man, Money, I already did Pistol Pete. You got to check out the playlist. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fear to respect. I'm going with the respect. I'm going because you got to look at it like this.
Yeah.
How many people is going to show up to your funeral because, like, when you're done, once they, say if I die tomorrow, there's a bunch of people that respect me. They're going to come show support. And then when it comes to, fear, they're not going to come. They're not going to come through and show love. Or this is a better example, right? Say if I'm going to war, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I need people to back me. And I need people to, like, say if we having to sit down with the commission and I needed y'all votes. The people that respect me is gonna vote for me versus the people that fears me. The people that fears me is gonna vote against me.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Yeah.
Right, too, because it's also like, you think about who's gonna like survive, and it's like who's gonna survive in certain groups is the person that's gonna make everybody money. Like, for instance, like, Meyer Lansky. Meyer Lansky, I mean, granted, they're all fearsome guys, but if you make everybody money, that I think more engenders respect.
Right.
Right.
That's facts. William Better said, I'm learning now that I wasn't respected. I was feared. I started using drugs and cats lost respect for me. Yeah, that's how it is. But you got a lot of smokers now that guys walk past and still respect them because of what they did back in the day. Like you could be an OG back in the day, and you could have saved a lot of lives. You could have took care of a lot of people. But now you smoking now. And there's guys that still gonna be like, hey, look out for you. Like, oh, this is my OG. What you need, OG? You need to ride. You need to ride somewhere. Like, you get what I'm saying? Stuff like that because they still have that respect. Right.
Yeah, I mean, like you think about like ultimate respect. Like, say the whole city like loves you. I mean, that's why I say it's different love and respect. But it's like that's the kind of thing when people. It's almost like, a leader or a general of an army and, not even in organized crime groups, but an actual army. It's like if your soldiers like, I the word love is a strange word, but it's like if people of the city loves you, if an army loves you, they're going to fight to the end, You know, so it's so many weird kind of aspects of it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Kyrie Pilgrim said Carlo Gambino had the respect factor. Albert Anastasia had the fear factor. Yep.
Right.
And they got Albert Anastasia right out of here. That's one. Yeah, that's one person. That's one person. That was a good example.
Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah, that is a good example because and then it's like, and then but that's once again, it's like that example would illustrate how that would seem to make it that respect is better than fear because like, once again, you get too feared, you're going to get popped in the barbershop.
Right. But you got to look at it like this too. When it comes to Paul Castellano, he didn't have a lot of respect. If guys really respected him, they would have moved out for him when it came to that the hit, John Gotti. A lot of things, like Paul, he might have been feared because it's like, oh yeah, that's the boss, he could kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but still, it's like a lot of guys didn't respect him.
Right.
A lot of guys wasn't going against his death. Come on, man.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's it's a toughie. I'd say, it's complex. You picked a complex one. I can't even come down on something, but it's like one of these things. It's like, oh no, you got to come down on something. You know what I mean? It's like pick one.
Exactly, yo, exactly. My man, Mr. Mason said, respect take you a long way. That's facts. We were just talking about that. Respect take you a long way. Things to go a little bit more smoother versus when you're feared.
Right.
Because I know if I owe you money, if I'm scared, I'm like, damn, I might have to kill this motherfucker.
Yep.
But it's like, all right, I respect you enough. It's like, all right, I got you. Here go your bread. Or listen, I respect you. I'm gonna just tell you how it is, man. I can't pay you back, yo. What is that? Carlo Gambino hated Black Mafia. I don't know, man. I don't have what's the proof at the end of the day? Because a lot of people always say that he went against. It was really Paul. Paul. He used to call the cops, like the FBI, and report him to Frank Matthews. But I don't know. I don't have no proof about Carlo Gambino. I ain't saying I'm not going against it, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, when you say something like that, like I'm curious, William Battle, what is the proof on that? Like, where have we heard him saying? I mean, okay, yeah, we know that there is, traditionally there's going to be racism, back in the day more than, not. And it exists obviously now today. So, I mean, but who knows? I mean, I think that ultimately, see, the thing about Carlo Gambino is he's a rational guy, and I think he's about his money. So, it's more than color of the skin. He's more about the color green.
Right. It's like Logan Luciano, like, hey, like, we all can get money, man. We don't need to be fighting. And he's Carlo Gambino was a smart guy to be about the money. And
that's going to be some strong racism if you're going to let go of money.
Yeah. He said the proof is that the mafia told on Frank Matthews. Yeah, but that wasn't Carlo Gambino. That was Paul Castellano, because Frank Matthews, he lived in the same neighborhood as Paul Castellano, and Frank Matthews, he was having his parties. Had people, it just he just hated to see that.
Did he really? Is that true? I've not heard that story.
Yeah. So Frank Matthews, he was probably like the only black dude during the time. The only black gangster during the time, like living in what they was in Staten Island, and Paul Castellano had the White House, and then I think Frank Matthews lived like right across the street or a couple doors down, and he used to have a lot of parties. You know how we do, African Americans. We party all night. You know what I'm saying? All cars on the lawns. People in and out, loud music. We getting it in. And Paul Castellano, he's that grumpy old man sitting by the window.
Is that true?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So Paul Castellano called the cops to roust Frank Matthews.
Yes. He had every boss have like cops in pocket, so
right.
They have agents, what I'm saying, little FBI agents. So he wrote down license plates and he gave it to his agents.
But I mean, God, that's like that. Once again, that's a guy you're talking about, Paul Castellano, with no respect. Because I mean, send your goons down to handle it.
But it wasn't that. It's the fact that it could have been a little strategic thing. He like, listen, I need more information on these people. So, he could have just wrote the license plate down and gave it to the FBI agents, and
Right.
okay, what did you get? What did you get from that? So nothing happened. Paul Castellano didn't get anyone arrested, but he did feed them license plates.
That's strange. Well, once again, that's pretty bitch made. But that's
a grumpy old man be.
Right. Not an OG, just a grumpy old man rolling around in a junky old Benz.
Yeah. But a lot of people gonna play the race card. They're gonna say, "Oh, damn, they don't want to see a black dude." Black dude in the nice ass mansion. The only black dude with the biggest mansion on the block. I don't think it was as big as Paul Castellano's, but it was just a competition thing because he cut the Italians out of the the heroin deals and shit. When they went straight to South Asia to get the stuff.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Mr. Sam, this could be a female, but Mr. Sam, he just took us to a different topic.
Huh. Tupac went from positive rap to negative rap, moved backwards.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna talk about this. All right, so if Tupac was still alive, where would he be right now? That's the question.
You want to answer that first? You want me to go first?
Well, yeah, I can answer it, because I think one thing about Tupac, I like his music. A lot of people always say I'm a Tupac hater. I just don't agree on certain things that he do. So I can't be biased just because I like his music. Anyway, I think he would be in jail. I think he would have been in and out of jail. But after the Vegas incident, he had open cases.
Right.
He had open cases. He was already out on bail for the scrape case. And then he had other open cases. So they caught you red-handed. You're on camera. You're at the MGM Grand stomping somebody out. So it's like, dog.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. In terms of stomping out, Orlando at the MGM, I don't know about that. Nobody's going to be pressing. I don't know about that case. I don't know how, remember one thing. First of all, no one's going to testify on that side. We're talking about Southside Compton Crips and Mob Piru Bloods. Those guys, for the most part, probably keep their mouths shut. But, lest we forget, bro, these guys have big money for lawyers. And in America, that can go a long way.
Yeah, Suge had the money. Yes. Suge had the money. But we talking about Pac. It's like you got open cases, man. You're out on bail. You seen how hard it was for him to get bail? I think his bail was like $1 million. So just because he was a rapper, like Tupac, his money wasn't really like that because he was using it for lawyer fees and everything, legal fees, and he wasn't getting that money. He used to blow his money. He didn't even have a house. You get what I'm saying? So he is. Come on, man. That would have been another case. Like, all right, Orlando didn't have to testify, but the state can press charges.
Well, the state prosecutes a felony, yeah, and that's definitely could have been construed as a felony.
Right. Yeah. So when it comes to that, it's like, damn, like, all right, boom. I think he would have probably got out in the 2000s because it was like 96. So he would have did some time on top of if he would have been convicted on the scrape case. But it would have been jail or death because he would have just added another enemy to his list. Because people already hated him. People already hated him on the East Coast. So it's like, damn, like it would have got to a point he couldn't go anywhere without an issue.
Well, that's the thing. And, that's the thing right there. Like when you first asked this question, like I have an answer in my mind, about it. But the thing about it is that it's like he's not going to change his ways 2 weeks later, So, I mean, if it wasn't death then, it could be death in 2 weeks, or da-da-da-da-da. Because, but then there's also the idea that, I mean, Tupac was a pretty smart guy. Tupac was a pretty enlightened cat. And he just, he had a troubled childhood, as many of us did, and he got in with the wrong people. But there could have been, because the thing about him, it just makes me so mad about Tupac is that the guy, when he died, was he 25?
Yeah, he was like 25, 26. He might have been 24, 23.
I think he was 25. Yeah. And so it's like, let me see. Let me ask my phone.
He was young.
How old was Tupac when he died?
Someone said Tupac was the first drill rapper.
25 years old when he died.
He was 25.
Oh, yeah.
And his problem, I think, was that he, what happens, man? I think when you get shot, like he got shot, that those bullets burn. They burn and they go into your soul and they burn and it just changes you, And I think that he wasn't a tough guy. He was kind of a pretty boy, like in theater school and stuff, and he's like, so I think what happened with him is that, it's a bad thing when you're kind of not a tough guy and you're a pretty boy. And then you just go into this gangster world because you have to kind of out gangster the gangsters to prove that you're gangster. And then you get yourself real jammed up. Because Pac at the age of 25 had starred in 5 major studio motion pictures.
Right.
Bro, that is a career for somebody who's like 70 years old. If I said, oh, well, I starred in 5 major motion pictures, he had recorded enough material for what? 500 albums? I don't know. It's like they put out an album every 2 weeks.
His work ethic was amazing.
Yeah. And it's like, so there's, it was a bad trajectory, right? However, there could have been that Jimmy Iovine guy, there could have been that guy that like knew him, knew some of his people, grabbed him, used his political connections, used his, money and his legal stuff because, we're talking about an empire that could be built upon him. So he could have been pulled out because, ultimately that's probably, one of the reasons his downfall is he's probably looking for a father figure, and that's like Suge or the wrong father figure. Maybe he would have found that right father figure. And, maybe that cat, like a Jimmy Iovine, could have pulled him out because he was young and he was smart. But I think the bullets burn your soul, bro. And they just twist your mind,
Yeah, man. It's like back to me was saying that he was kind of, he basically adapt to his surroundings. So if he was like with the Digital Underground, dressing in those goofy clothes, he's going to do that. He's going to be the best at that. If he's hanging around the Bloods, he's going to be the toughest blood. Tupac just adapt. Like, he was an actor, too.
Right.
So with his thing, like with beefing with the East Coast, like he was making an emotion picture. Like, he knew Biggie didn't kill him. He knew Biggie didn't shoot him or anything, but he just he tried to make it as a movie. And then, like, after everything was done, he was going to come out with an album. I forgot what he said the album was going to be called, but that's when he would have come together with all the rappers and everyone pieced it out. He was like a motion picture type person. But but it's like after the Southside Crips and after that Vegas incident, if they didn't get him that night, he would have just had another enemy on his list. And he already couldn't go anywhere he wanted to on the East Coast. So it's like, dang, now you got another enemy on the West Coast. So it's just like, damn, you couldn't go nowhere without an issue. So it's like, damn, like you started a dangerous beef on the West Coast. So death or jail would have been waiting at your doorstep. He couldn't go nowhere.
Well, let's think about let's try to take someone who's similar, you know what I mean, and see where they went and how they went there. There's a guy, we can't really look at Dre because Dre is a little bit different because he was not a gangster. He was not. Tupac wasn't a gangster. So I guess Dre is not different. Actually, he's a little bit old. A little bit older. But then I look at Snoop Dogg, and he's nowadays. What is he? He's got to be a billionaire. And so he had murder stuff, and he was rolling with the set. But somehow he ended up doing the right thing. And the right thing is not rolling with gangsters. The right thing is rolling with off-duty cops as security. snipers on the roof and stuff, you know, and that's what everybody does. And that's what Snoop does. I mean, as we know, as we've discussed in previous shows, you know, Snoop was half a snitch. Nobody talks about that. I wouldn't say half a snitch. We talked about that. He's a full on, like, you know, potentially a snitch, which is funny to me because not to get off topic, but it's like, dude, it's like, it's fine. You know, it's cool. You could be a legitimate person, but you're still wearing that blue flag. And we have that paperwork about squealing. I don't know, whatever. We don't even want to get digressed on that, but you know, but look at Snoop though. The point is, like, you know, that's a guy who is kind of, I guess you could say, really similar to Tupac, right? I mean, in many ways.
Sam hit it right on the nose. He said Snoop Dogg is what Tupac was supposed to be. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I agree on that.
Right. I mean, look at Snoop Dogg. He is huge. He is beloved. He's doing T-Mobile commercials with Patrick Mahomes on playoff games.
Yeah, man. He was cooking with Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is everywhere. He don't turn down no gigs, you know.
But I think maybe I don't know. Everybody's different. But so that's therefore, you know, like, you know, you could have said the same thing about Snoop Dogg. Look, he had a murder charge. He had this. He had enemies. He had enemies on this coast, that coast. But, you know, but the thing with him is that, like, once again, he's not rolling out there with, you know, rolling 20s Crips from Long Beach as his security. He's rolling out there with bulletproof vans driven by off-duty Inglewood police officers. Okay. So once again, you know, there's changes, there's things that, you know, are different.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. And when y'all say Tupac, when Tupac, he shot those police officers, he didn't know they was police officers. He saw two white men jumping a black man and try to stop it. And so in his perspective and in his point of view, he was shooting at two white men. A lot of people like to give Tupac that credit. Oh, he shot at cops. He shot at two white men, two off-duty police officers. But yeah, man.
No, but I mean, that's like, if you want to, like, people want to, like, you know, be tough and stuff and say, oh, I'm going to shoot nobody's shooting at cops, man. I mean, nobody's going and saying, hey, let's take my 2 guys or 4 guys and let's go up against those 2 guys or 4 guys. That just is, you're not going to win that. You know what I mean? If you're going to shoot at a cop, you can maybe try to snipe him, but there's nobody.
But it was a 2-on-2. It was two white dudes beating on a black dude. Tupac would have went over. It would have been a 2-on-2.
Right.
It would have been a 2-on-2. He pulled the gun out and started firing.
But he didn't know they were cops.
He didn't know there was cops, though.
I'm just saying, like, all these tough guys who talk all this, like, you know, whatever with the police, it's like that you're not gonna. That's the one gang you don't want to mess with, man. You know, it's like there's very, very few people that are going to go into a fair fight with cops because it's going to get pretty unfair pretty quick. There's going to be, you know, 35 of them, and they're going to have better guns and better vests.
Right. Sam, he asked this question twice, so I'm highlight it. He said, "Was Poochie more serious than Orlando?" That's one question. I don't know. Somebody in the chat, y'all can answer that. I don't know. I know Orlando. He was off the hook, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Orlando was serious. I mean, these guys are all serious because that's just like where they come from, you know.
Yeah, he was young. He was a crash out, man. It's like he didn't know anything better. He was about that, you know. His uncle was Keefy D, so he was trying to impress all the OGs, man. And he was just wild. He got away with a lot of stuff because of his uncle.
Right. But, you know, he was also, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of cowards in these, you know, in these cliques, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that gang banging, that shit was real back in the day, man. Like,
right.
It was real back in the day.
It still is, you know?
Yeah, it still is, man. But back in the 80s, 90s, it was real. It was real, man. Like,
well, Sam said Sam says a real man doesn't die gang banging on his brother. You know, I mean, here's the thing about that. When you talk about now and then, it's like, I think it's a little crazier now. Like, I think there's no, you know, we talk about that previous thing. We're talking about respect and this and that. And you got to have this mental capacity to even get to that respect place. And I think that the gangbanging shit was real, but I think it's nowadays, it's still real, but it's just crazier. You know, there's just it's just almost just an animalistic thought process.
Yeah, nowadays you got Bloods out in New York. You got rappers that's Bloods. It's like a little bit of it's watered down right now, man.
I mean, some people might say, you know, then we talk about this idea of, you know, I once, you know, Michael Franzese, there's a woman who wrote a book about his dad, Sonny Franzese, and I had talked to her and she loved this thing. I thought of this term for him as a trust fund gangster because of, you know, he'd never be anything without his dad. And, you know, I guess you could accuse Orlando of that to some degree. What would he have been without Keefe D? I don't know. Keefe D was like a general.
I mean, yeah, but no, it's just a path. It's just like, it's hard because back in the day, like, you was a part of where you was from. So if you was born around Crenshaw Mafia, hey, you Crenshaw Mafia. And if you walk into other hoods and they say, where you from? Oh, I'm from Crenshaw Mafia. But wait, don't whoop my ass because I don't gangbang. That's not going to work. It's still going to whoop your ass, so you might as well be riding for your set. That's how dudes got hooked into gangs.
Damn, man. And it's like, you know, but the thing about those dudes who get hooked into gangs is there's no choice. It's what you do. What are you going to do? How are you going to escape? But a guy like Pac and a guy like Snoop and a guy like whoever has that success has that option. That's a choice. You know, you could easily, you could go over to Paris Fashion Week and get the penthouse suite with some models, get in that hot tub, you know, and you could just do the right thing. Like, you know, and you look at like, who's like, you know, I think Snoop like made that turn a long time ago. Right. And now the guy's a billionaire. But then you look at like, who's actively kind of engaging in what we're discussing. I'd say like, I haven't heard from him in a while, but where's Chris Brown at? Because he was like really heavy into rolling with the Fruittown Pyru. And it's like, bro, you ever hear of a guy called Pac? You know, I don't know, man. I personally, I mean, I didn't come from much and I've spent my fair, share on the street, but with me, oh my God, bro. Yeah, no. I ain't going to be getting into Compton politics. I am going to be, in the south of France on a boat. And I'm not, I don't want any type of trouble, man. I want nothing but
6ix9ine. You got, we every year we get different examples. We get 6ix9ine. We get who else? There's a lot of Tupac. He got MOB tatted on his stomach.
Right.
So he died for that shit. He died.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn. It's like, yeah, Chris Brown saying he in the gang. Then you have Soulja Boy claiming. That's like, how you claiming a gang that's on LA? But ain't you from down south? Ain't Soulja Boy from Atlanta somewhere?
Tyga.
Right. It's like, what? Now, a lot of people, they getting extorted. Like 6ix9ine was getting extorted. A lot of dudes is getting extorted, man, just to be accepted, man. But I was just like, what? Now, Chris Brown is not sweet, but the gang banging thing, it's like, oh, man, that shit corny, dog. Like, you even got basketball players. I mean, the gangster was the cool thing to be. Everyone wanted to be the hustler. Look at these rappers. Rappers in a club. They trying to be drug dealers. They're trying to look like drug dealers. Like, they want to, buy out the bar, be in the sections and all that stuff. Like, that's stuff the dope boys used to do. They hanging out in the hood. They're hanging out in the hood.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. There is a certain aspect of the wanksta. There is the guy who is like, literally, it's a business decision.
Right.
Because it's going to sell records. It's going to, that persona, and that's like you're playing a role, but there's a big difference between playing that part for the paparazzi and then just like rolling into Compton, rolling with the Pyru set in Compton.
Man, that's something a lot of people do, man. Like I just don't get it. It's like, why the hell are you in the hood? Like when P&B Rock went to that chicken and waffles, whatever the hell that shit, Roscoe's.
Right.
He went to Roscoe's and shit and was eating, but he was a person that was talking a lot of shit. He used to talk a
Yeah.
lot of shit on live, saying nobody's gonna do this, nobody's doing that. When you're talking like that, people's gonna try you.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm telling you, man, LA is just not the spot. It's like LA ain't the place, bro. I mean, it's if you keep it in Beverly Hills or you keep it, unfortunately, I hate to say this, and I don't want to joke about it. You can't keep it in the Palisades anymore because that place was incinerated. But it's and it's like, why, man? Why the stress, man? It's stress. I mean, I guess some people are built for battle. They're soldiers. But me, I just want to enjoy myself, man. I don't want to be, because it doesn't matter where you are. You can get touched, man. We learned that.
I don't want to be fighting. I don't want to be carrying guns. I want to travel. I want to be with nice chicks. I want to fall back, take a nap on the beach. Nobody want to be with no gangster shit.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, man. But there's certain people. Yeah, why would you want that? Because it's like, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you're surrounded by. You can get touched, bro. Okay, we've seen that. JFK, Donald Trump.
Right.
I don't care.
I had my comments, right? Because I did a story about Rich Porter, my last video, and I was saying that he was under investigation. That's why, a lot of people didn't want to do business with him because he was super hot. So a lot of people say, "Oh, well, if he was under investigation, then how did he get touched by Alpo?" It's like, dog, really, just use your brain, dog. Like they're not watching you 24/7. They're not you get what I'm saying? They're not watching you 24/7. Like people just gotta think, man.
But you can't, even if they are watching you 24/7. There's people that, presidents get touched, man.
Right. Yeah. That's
everybody gets touched. I mean, and I'm talking about, 60 person military details. You can get touched. That's just like, why do you want it, man? It's right. You reap what you sow, I want to reap just having a good time and traveling the world and partying and, doing fun things,
He said, remember the wide receiver Sam Hurd from the Bengals got caught selling bricks? That's just sad, man. It's like, yo.
Wow.
That's I never heard of that. But that's just sad, But speaking of the mafia, Sam said John Gotti said when the mafia got taken down in the 80s, crime went worse. I mean, yeah, things was changing, man. But speaking of John Gotti, I got a topic about John Gotti now, since you want to bring him up.
Yep.
So, if you're into the mafia, do y'all agree with John Gotti's self and Angelo Ruggiero? That was his right-hand man, and Angelo Ruggiero made a mistake. He ended up calling the hit, an unsanctioned hit, on Gas Pipe.
Right.
It went unsuccessful. And, of course, a sit-down took place. John Gotti sat down with the Chin. And, they wanted to kill Angelo, but John Gotti said he'd rather just shelf him. So, was he wrong? Was he wrong for shelfing his right-hand man?
Well, this is the thing. To elaborate a little bit more on the whole situation, it's like, Angelo Ruggiero, quack, who was really close with John Gotti. Like, they were childhood friends type of thing. And, Angelo had some problems, man. I mean, they call he's a big mouth. He basically kind of brought down a lot of stuff with his big mouth. And then, he had shots taken at Anthony Gaspipe Casso, with Lucchese's. Yep. And he had a guy named Jimmy Heidel do it. And then Casso, of course, had those mafia cops in his pocket. Those two mafia cops. They go pick him up. They get him for Casso, and Casso just keeps him in the basement, torturing him. And they actually bring Gambino guys in, like Joe Butch, and say, he tried to have me killed. This guy's telling you. And, and then, I mean, there's a long story, but ultimately, Angelo tried to have another guy killed. So, I mean, that's like, That right there that's under the rules. You get popped for that. There's not even two ways about it, right? That's like, that is, you can't pop another made man. And so therefore, I think that it's pretty merciful. And I mean, it really is a testament to how powerful John Gotti is in that he can save him. That's not, there's no negotiation there. You're gone, you know?
Yeah. That's
so I think it's pretty, I think it just A, shows how powerful John Gotti is. And I think B, it illustrates that, you know, I mean, God, man, how many times, I wonder how many times Gotti saved Angelo Ruggiero. Probably a lot more than we know.
Ruggiero, he was doing the most. First, he got caught selling heroin. So that's a no-no.
Yeah.
That's a no-no in the mob. And then he got caught bad-mouthing a lot of people, especially his boss, on those tapes. So it was like, damn, and he was part of Gotti crew. So he almost got Gotti demoted. He almost got, like, the whole crew, like, broken up for doing sloppy. That dumb shit.
So sloppy, man.
Yeah, so it was just like, yo, it's always you. But my thing is, yeah, you said, yeah, rules are rules, but rules are meant to be broken. And all of them, Carlo Gambino broke rules. They all broke rules.
Rules are relative.
Yeah.
And you know what really rules are relative to? Power.
Right.
You know, it's like, it depends upon how much power you have to how closely you can follow the rules. Like, for instance, like, you know, certain people, like this situation, right? How powerful is Ange, you know? And then, but then you look at, like, say, like Carlo Gambino, he had a boss whacked.
Right.
He was okay.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
I think the rules were just to protect the higher ups. Like, okay, never kill the boss. Okay, I'm protected. Never sleep with another man's wife. Okay, you know, my ego. That protects my ego, so they're not gonna embarrass me and fuck my wife. So the rules were just to protect ego and, you know, just the higher ups. But if you really think of it, I think John Gotti greenlighted that hit on Casso. I think Angelo came to Gotti and Gotti greenlighted it, and then say, "Listen, but if you get caught,
right?
If you get caught, you're taking the blame for it. I need a fall guy." So I think Gotti just needed a fall guy. So, like, listen, if you get caught, if your name get brought up, listen, I'm gonna sit down with them because they're gonna try to kill you. I'm gonna try to kill you, but if I could argue enough to get them to keep you alive, and I could just tell them I just put you on the shelf, you know, we could go for that. So I think John Gotti really greenlighted it, and then they just
right.
But if you're caught, I'm gonna shelf you if they don't kill you.
That sounds pretty, you know, that's the thing about all this stuff is like, there's no record of it. It's a secret society. So it's all secret, but that sounds pretty plausible to me, what you just articulated.
Because you got to look at, William Battle said, members only, you are sharp, man. I tried, man. I tried. You get what I'm saying? All you got to do is think and just put two and two together.
Yeah.
That's what I base my content off of. But yeah, it's like, you got to look at the Gotti crew. They came up breaking rules. You know how many rules that John Gotti and his crew broken? They've been wanted to take Paul to war. They killed their boss. So you mean to tell me that they really cared about killing Gas Pipe? They killed their own boss. So I think John Gotti, he greenlighted the hit on Gas Pipe, had a conversation with Angelo Ruggiero because they wasn't supposed to know who planted that hit. They tortured that dude real good to make him give away Angelo Ruggiero. So they were surprised. They like, damn, like he was supposed to die. They wasn't supposed to figure that out.
Well, exactly. That's the thing, man. When you play the Game of Thrones and you lose, you die. If you're gonna hit somebody, you better hit them.
Right. That's
it's like that's that. I mean, but that's just how sloppy the whole damn thing is, right?
Yeah,
from start to finish.
Very sloppy. Angelo Ruggiero was just sloppy. They wasn't supposed to. Yeah, he was supposed to die.
Well, I mean, it's like you got this guy Jimmy Heidel. He's not, dude. When you hit somebody, you do it like legit, like with Paul Castellano. You get a bunch of guys, you get walkie-talkies, you get backups to the backups, you get a crash car. You don't have some like wacko from the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, but they try to cut ties.
Well, what you really do is like if you do get a wacko from the neighborhood, you can get a patsy, but you got to have that extra shooter on the perimeter that pops the patsy immediately. Then you're Gucci.
Yeah, man, Angelo, he was just sloppy, man. He just had bad luck.
Oh yeah, don't be he says, don't be John Gotti, be Chin Gigante. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, Chin's the man, right? I mean, Chin is it's so funny how they just throw around this term boss of bosses and all these mob rats all say boss. There is no boss of bosses, but Chin was the most powerful boss in the era.
He was. They said, what's his name? Fat Tony Salerno. He was powerful too.
Yeah, and he was under Chin, the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so if Fat Tony's powerful, just imagine. And a lot of people don't know when the Chin became boss. They don't know how long he was boss.
I got some information. I'll tell you about that. I'll tell you it privately because I got some inside information on that. It's long before people think.
Yeah, and right. Yeah, I heard about that too. He said, Carmine Persico. That's one of my favorite monsters right there, Carmine.
He was no joke. Man. I mean, that guy. See, that's an interesting case study right there. The snake, Carmine the Snake Persico. Was he feared or respected?
I think he was feared.
Yeah.
Because he went to war, man. Going to war with the Gallos, man. He got shot in his face. He got his car blew up. He was this man, he was just into it, man, for real. But he couldn't stay out of jail. He couldn't stay out of jail, man. He spent like most of his life in jail.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean but those guys do it. They're built like that, man. That's these cats, like Chin would go to jail forever. Gotti would go to jail forever. Persico would go to jail forever.
That's one thing about the Italians, man. The Italians, they do their time.
Well, certain Italians, the old school.
But I'm saying though, they get those years, 100 years, like they do their time, man.
Yeah.
Rock Fresh said, when did the mob lose control over black neighborhoods? Probably in sometime in the 70s. Sometimes in the 70s when, African Americans, they cut the middleman out. They stopped getting it from the Italians and start going to South Asia. That's when. But it got to a point. Everyone started going to the Asians though. When after the pizza connection, that's when what's his name? The Crying Onion, what's Machine Gun Johnny? Yeah, that's when Machine Gun Johnny came and he was the connect. So after the Italians got pinched in that pizza connection, Machine Gun Johnny, he came up and he was getting that China White. So he was putting everyone on that China White, and that's when he took off from there. He became the plug.
Interesting. Machine Gun Johnny.
Yeah, you heard of him?
No, I haven't. Who is that?
Yeah, he's just an Asian dude. An Asian dude that he was from he was the plug, I think he operated out of Chinatown. But
is he like in a tong? He was in a tong?
Yeah. But
Flying dragons.
But it's like it was hard, when they took over, it was hard to really take them down because you got to look at it like this. The biggest weapon that law enforcement uses is informants. Who's in the law enforcement? Like who in the U.S. law enforcement speaks Chinese?
Right.
That's going to be an informant. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, what Asian dude just gonna, just come out of nowhere? They're gonna, let you right into the circle.
See, that's the thing. It's like when you have these that's why Italians, I think, because Italians like speak a different language. They got a code that goes back 1,000 years. Same thing with like, the Chinese tongs and the triads and stuff. That's like, it helps and you have different language. It just, you're different. You got stuff that's like 1,000 years old. That's harder to penetrate, generally speaking.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Somebody said, was Mob James active? I don't know too much about Mob James.
Ugh. Mob James, man. I see Mob James on like what Vlad TV or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
like that guy's like, I don't know, man. He one time he was like, Vlad Adams asked him a question, and he was like, "How much would Suge give you? Pay you?" And he's like, "Oh, Suge paid me, man. Suge would give me $400, $500." I'm like, what? $400 or $500? What are you talking? What?
That was a lot.
Know,
that was
man.
a lot back then, though. That was some money back in the day.
I mean, is he legit or is he running for coffee, man? I don't know about Mob James.
Yeah.
Did he snitch? Did he? I don't know if he did. Did he? Wasn't he? He was on with that cop. They had that show.
I don't know, man. Just like this person said, I never heard of Mob James until YouTube. Same here.
Exactly. I don't know. I think Mob James was like watching the Cars or something, and fetching coffee. I don't think that he was like, he was definitely not a shot caller.
Yeah. Yeah. They said Biggie Killer really lived what death row artists rapped about. They feared him. When he came into a room, it got silent. Poochie, Biggie's killer.
He was a blood.
Yeah.
Poochie, was he Pyru? Was he Mob Pyru?
Listen. To be honest, I don't even know who that is. Y'all got me.
Okay, Poochie,
Y'all got me.
Poochie, somebody, that cop who does the show, The Proffer, he was saying how he killed Biggie. I think he was one of the big proponents of that. And that cop does know a lot. You know that cop who has The Proffer? What's his name? I can't remember his name.
What, the boy Wolf?
The rap cop. You know that cop.
What, his name Wolf, right?
No, the cop. Oh, no. Not I'm talking about the New York cop, the New York rap cop who has The Proffer. What's his name? I can't remember.
Somebody in the comments say it.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat.
I don't know. Yeah, but Mob James, I don't know. There's this one question where the answer to the question was like, what are you talking about, man? It's like, you give me $500, you give me $1,000. Like, what? I don't know. I just, yeah. There's so many people that fall into that category of like, Vlad. I mean, Vlad, man. Vlad is just, I got to give Vlad credit on a business level. Obviously, he's built himself a brand, and he's okay as an interviewer, but man, he is. We've talked about Vlad before, but the one thing that really always makes me is kind of ridiculous about Vlad is that when he talks to Michael Franzese, he speaks one way, but then when he talks to a rapper or like, a gangster, he's like, "No, I'm saying, man," it's like, what he is this way of changing the way he talks.
He adapts to his surroundings.
But it's fake, man.
That's like a business. That's kind of like a business move, and it's like Joey would do that, like Joey Molino.
Really?
Like when he get around the time, he gonna say, cuisine and all that stuff. But it was so funny because when we was out drinking, right?
Yeah.
There was a Muslim lady. She was all garbed up, and then like before he left, he said, "Assalamu alaikum." This dude is crazy.
That's great.
Assalamu alaikum.
There's some Jews across the room. He's like, "L'chaim, my brothers."
Like, I was the only one that I'm the only one that heard that. I was like, "Yo, this dude is crazy, yo, for real."
Well, Joe's, behind the bars, you run across a couple, Muslims. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially in Philly. Yeah, it's all it's Muslims, man, out here, man.
Oh yeah, man.
So Samson said, "Members only." How do you know so much about Orlando? I know so much about a lot of people. It's crazy because on New Year's, I went live on New Year's.
Did you?
I went live on New Year's, and someone tuned in, and he asked me, "Hey, where you be getting your information from?" Because I did a video on Smitty and Houston, and then, the video did numbers, and a lot of people was like, "Yo, who's snitching? Like, how did he get this information if he's from Philly?" So he asked me, he said, "Yo, where you be getting your information?" I said, "What do you like to know? Why would I give up the plug?
What do you think?
Why would I give up the plug?"
You think No. Members only. He keeps his mouth shut. He's from Philly.
I wouldn't be who I am if I was just giving everything up.
Exactly. He's
If
not
I
one of these.
wasn't, if I wasn't, if I was giving everything up to y'all wouldn't need me no more. He
Members
said,
only.
"Big fan of your channel. Do more LA stories like what you've done with Orlando." Did you see my last couple videos? I did it on what's his name? Sylvester.
I've been out of the loop, man, with the fires, man. I've been real
Yeah,
out
you've
of the
been
loop.
yeah. Just like you just now getting back.
I just dropped a video today, by the way. Everybody, go check it out. I did a new video on my channel, Billy Luna, and yeah, I just dropped it. That was my first video since Christmas Eve. That's how out of the loop I've been. It's
Damn,
been a long time. Yeah, check it out though. I just dropped it.
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna.
I was just say, check out my video.
We're gonna put it in the comments, and we're gonna pin it. Pin your
Yeah.
channel. Yeah,
Cool.
your channel. But yeah,
I don't even know how. I don't even know how to use these comments, bro. To be honest with you, I don't even know. I have no clue. I don't even know how to comment. Let me see.
Let me see if I can drop it in there. But yeah, Sam, did you see my video I did on Sylvester Scott? He was vicious. He the one that shot Tookie Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was vicious.
Well, members only.
Vicious.
Don't members only. You have an Orlando video that's done like 500,000, don't you, or something?
It's somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's huge. So I mean, you start like rocking out videos that have done 500,000. You're damn near an expert on the damn thing. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
People just like the way I tell the story, you know.
Yeah, of course, because you're great, bro. You're freaking amazing. We gotta get some shit popping with getting us a development deal with some of these Hollywood studios, because you know the stories, you see it, and you see, you are sharp, man. You pick them out. You were just talking about how your idea about how you thought Gotti knew that sounds really plausible to me. And you got a great eye for stories, bro, and you're great at doing it. You're great storyteller.
Like a lot of people. Hold up, Sam saying, the one with OG Pudding, but because a lot of people, they always say this, like, oh, how did you know this? How did you know that? It's like you gotta learn how to connect the dots.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do, and do your research. Like, if you pick up books, don't just refer to YouTube for information. You could just pick up certain books, and one person's gonna say it from their perspective. Just like I always say, even if you get it from the horse's mouth, it won't always be accurate. Because just like our OGs, if our OGs telling us something about 30 years ago, they don't even know the full story because they don't remember it was 30 years ago. They only see it from their perspective. So they don't know, I was with him, but I don't know exactly what he was thinking at that time. When I be talking, to Tracy and stuff, he don't even be remembering half of the stuff. He don't remember his own story, like half of his own story.
There's a lot to remember too.
Yeah, you're talking about stuff that happened 30 to 40 years ago. Come on, man.
Have you talked to him lately?
We send each other memes here and there.
Yeah. I haven't talked to him in a while. I gotta call him.
Yeah, we definitely. I want to when it start getting warm, man. I want all of us to get together and we could do like a big ass show, man.
That'd be great.
Definitely be on all of our platforms, man. That'll definitely be big, man.
Absolutely. Yeah,
definitely be big
for sure.
Yeah, but what you think about these other content creators, man? The mob genre or any genre?
Yeah, that man. that's a pit of snakes right there.
It seems like the mob genre, like a lot of people fading out. Like in this genre, like in the crime genre, there's just only a few of us. Yeah.
No, you and I are good. The mob genre, I mean, the crime genre is vast. Are you talking about just the mob genre?
No,
mob
any, just any.
Well, I mean, there's good people. If you talk about the mafia, the guy OC Shorts, I think he's pretty good. That British guy.
Yeah.
His name is God, what the fuck is his name? His name is James, and he's pretty good. I like his work, but other than that, man, I mean, there's not a lot going on. It's like there's all the rats. I mean, there's Joey Merlino. Joey Merlino is good because but he doesn't talk about a lot of stuff. He's very funny though. He's very, very funny guy.
I don't consider him the mob genre. But William
Right.
Bellis, I'm going to see Randy Love next week. Oh, word, man. I hope everything goes well, man. I hope they free him soon. And Sam said, let's talk about 50 Cent. Well,
Let's
which
do it.
50 Cent? Which 50 Cent? But go ahead, Billy Lou. What
Yeah,
you
the
saying?
original?
Yeah, he might be talking about the original.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I don't know, man. In the mob tube is just, there's a lot of garbage in that, man. There's some people that are just freaking, I don't even understand how these people can be so horrible,
It is. It's a one dude, right? He commented on my video that I did on Rich Porter, and he said, "Oh, I'm about to make a video." I said, "Okay." So I actually went to his page. So he sat down and he was like, "Man, listen, there's a lot of content creators giving y'all the wrong story. So I'm gonna give y'all the real spill." He said exactly, like, he didn't say anything new. He actually was kind of wrong too. I was just like, there's a reason why he only get 29 views versus getting thousands of views, man. It's hold up, Sam, you talking about let's talk about you too. Hold on, I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send y'all the link to come in since y'all want to talk.
Yeah. Do
I
it.
might as well just come in then and just talk instead of typing. I know y'all fingers hurt. But yeah, I was just like, man, I said, this is.
Well, it's like, the algorithm knows quality. You know what I mean? It's like that. It does know quality. And then that's the other thing about people. Like a lot of people, there's, the trolls and all that shit. I mean, we've talked about that. It's like the more trolls you have and the more haters you have, that's just a yardstick for your success. The more trolls, the more haters, the more successful you are, plain and simple.
It's this one dude that always comment. He's always in the comments. Like when you click their name, you can see the total of comments that they ever just comment on your page. So he
really?
Like 20, yeah. He had 20 comments. Like I got like over 200 videos, but he have a total of 20 comments. So
damn.
all the comments is something negative.
I said,
dog, you always. I said, yo, you one of my biggest haters. I said, you want to be me, don't you? He said, oh man, I just don't be. I was just like, I just be like, yo, people are crazy, dog. I was like, it always be that one. It's a couple of them that always it's just negative comments. Like the one boy comment under my post, he said no motion, and then I respond, I said no money.
Well, here's the thing, man. There's people like that guy you're talking about. I don't even know who he is, but I do know who he is, even though I don't know who he is. And the thing about it is these guys think that they are content creators. They think that their comments are content. All their hate and their trolling, they think that's content, and it's not. And what I will tell those cats to do is start a channel. Go ahead and start a channel. And take it to the lab, and let's see what you got. But we all know that ain't gonna happen. Because it's like you can crack wise and all that shit, and it's like but start a channel and let's do it like that. But no, they're gonna stay in their mom's basement and they're all salty and they're just gonna talk shit. Right.
He said my mic is broken. You don't need a mic. I'm not on the mic right now. I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is use your phone. And then Sam said, "Build your own brand." Yeah, a lot of people always say, like when people comment and say, "Oh man, it's not right, man." Oh yeah, you got the story right, but you don't got. I'm like, okay. Do your story. Like you come out with a channel. One thing I learned: there's a lot of people that think they know everyone knows everything. Everyone knows everything, for real.
Well, the funny thing is too, these cats, if you were to get these trolls, get them on, they would freeze up, man. They wouldn't even. It's like it's all. Everybody's an expert, and everybody's so good at everything until it comes down to jumping on, getting on live or turning the camera on or whatever, and then it's like, no one's gonna do shit.
It's just like this one dude. He was he always he be DMing me on Instagram, and he be talking. I said, "Oh, yo, I'm going on live tonight. Hop on." He like, "Nah." He'll laugh. He said, "Nah, I ain't doing that."
Oh yeah, people. So I mean, no, it's. I mean, I'm talking about when I talk, negatively. I'm talking about trolls and haters, But just not everybody's built for it, man. There's creators, and then there's consumers. You know what I mean? And like my rule with me, and I came across a long time ago. I mean, I've been making movies my whole life, But the thing is that I try to create more than I consume. You know what I mean? And I definitely do, man, because I know you do too. Because we freaking spend hours on this shit. Days.
Yeah, that's facts, yo. And that's being part-time.
Yeah. Part-time's full-time, by the way.
I got a backup channel with like 1,100 subscribers on there.
Oh, it's awesome.
I'm thinking about selling it to like
you
someone someone that's up and coming, like a content creator, but they might have to do the same type of content.
Oh yeah. No, you can't. You can't shift gears like that.
Cooking channel,
No. You got to stay in your lane, stay in your niche. Yeah. Is that monetized, that channel?
No, I ain't monetize it. I take little clips. You can't monetize reused content.
Okay.
Because I take little clips. Like, say if I got a 6-minute video about like.
Oh, okay.
I take it down to like two minutes, and then I just basically just post like a topic. And so that page, that's like a backup page.
Yeah, I have one once, I got one too, but I don't have that. I think I have like maybe 470 on mine. It's called Crime Stack.
When it comes to these other content creators, like I just noticed a lot of I don't know. It's just only a select few that pops up on the feed. It'd be me, you. It'd be Joey and It'd be Bullets Gotti, Up for Debate, DC Legends. Damn, who else? Oh, Gully TV. Can't forget about him. Shout out to him. That's about it that be popping up on my But there's a lot of people that do this.
Oh yeah.
But I guess like you start seeing people when they videos like hit 20,000. Like when they finally get to that 20,000 mark, that's when you start seeing their videos. Like a lot of people in this genre can't get those numbers. You got people that probably like, all right, they can get like 5,000 here, 4,000 here, but to hit that 20,000 level, like, a lot of people ain't really getting those those numbers. 15,000, 10,000, cool. But YouTube is not really pushing it,
right?
So but there's only select few people that I like, really.
Oh yeah, there's just so much.
There's like a lot of content creators. They sit there and they'll just read off a Wikipedia page.
Oh, that's it. That's what I was. And you're talking about that guy. You were talking about that guy before who was talking about your video, and then he did his video. I was about to say, I bet that is directly scripted right from Wikipedia.
Yeah. And he was basically saying the same thing. Like I heard like he's like a he's known. He used to be a gangster in the street. I'm not gonna say his name, but he have a channel, and he copied what I said like verbatim. And one is I'm like, yo, that's exactly what I said, yo. Like he a lot. We all watch each other. I noticed that, but like we all watch each other, but a lot of people scared to say people's name. Like people scared to say members only, and I noticed that.
Interesting.
People scared. People scared to say my name. I just noticed like a well-known dude. He just did a video on like a video. He basically piggybacked off one of my videos that I just did. I was like, damn, like.
He's riding your coattails.
That's what people do when they run out of content, though.
Oh yeah, you're riding your coattails.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that I don't care. I mean, it's funny to me that I mean, I've gotten into some of these beefs, a couple of beefs, and if I don't like somebody though, there's this one like noted content creator in the mob genre, and he has said my name and used my videos, and he's done all this stuff, and my comment on that is I don't mention if I don't like somebody, I don't mention their name because if you mention their name, you're just sending them business. And it's like, and then I told this person in a video, because we were going back and forth a little bit in the video, but I never would mention his name because, and I told him, but I told him, I said, guess what though? I said, very clearly, I said, in terms of you mentioning, keeping my name, mentioning my name on your channel, in terms of you using my videos on your channel, in terms of you talking a bunch of bullshit about me on your channel, keep doing it. Keep it up. Keep my name in your mouth. I don't care. I'm not going to say your name because I don't really like you. I don't want to send you money. But when you say my name, you're putting money in my pocket. So keep it up.
Exactly.
I love it.
yo, that's the same. Yo, that's the same with me, man. Like I'll be on the same, man. I'll be on the same thing.
Yeah.
And I don't really be I don't be really with that, man, because I notice like a lot of people they start YouTube beef when they don't have content.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad. I mean, it's not a bad idea in some senses. Like look at
we got somebody that's trying to enter. KB Vet, yo, you gotta enter. You gotta enter the studio. You gotta enter the stage or whatever. Yeah, he should be in here.
Cool.
What you were saying though?
I was saying, like, not the original 50 Cent, but 50 Cent Curtis Jackson. I mean, that guy, when Jay-Z said it at Summer Jam, he's like, I'm about $1. Who the fuck is 50 Cent? That was when 50 Curtis Jackson just smiled and he was elated. Jay just made him. It's like, I don't understand how people, like, especially people on a larger level, if a bigger person ever talks about a smaller person, you are putting money in their pocket. If you don't like somebody, don't mention them. But that no one listens, man. It still happens all the time. People are so stupid.
Like when I was going back and forth with Philly Trenches, let's talk about this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give y'all a little story time with Philly Trenches. So, all right, Philly Trenches, he came out, on his YouTube. He was doing this thing. He was talking about JBM. He was doing all right, doing this thing, and then I started making my, he's where he's at. I don't know where he's at. If he's always in the basement or in an attic or somewhere. But my videos are way different. But I started talking about JBM, and then when I start getting into views and my shit started popping, that's when he started talking about my shit and start downplaying it. I'm like, oh, word? Okay. Because he would start using my videos. And like he'd mute my videos and he'd talk over my videos. So the viewer will see my editing, like my content, and he'll talk over it. But while he's doing that, he'll like downplay me. Yeah, like he'll start try to downplay me. And I was like, okay, because at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you use my videos. Cause you cool. I'm gonna let you use my content because you're cool, but he started hating on me. That's when I was like, okay, boom. Throwing shots here. I threw like a shot or two there, but I wasn't entertaining him. But he'll make a 2-hour video about me, just like how he do Gully TV right now. Like he'll make a 2-hour video talking about me. So the one time I got real drunk, and I was in the Dominican Republic, and we was chilling. So I made a whole live about him, just talking shit. Me and my man, yo, that shit was comedy, yo. That shit was comedy. Yo, I got somebody, KP Vet, you gotta enter the chat. You gotta enter the studio. Like I see you trying to get in, but you gotta enter the studio. Yeah, see my man right here, like he was Mr. Mason. He was there. We was in DR, man. We was drinking. Like this was like after we ate. This was before we went out. Yeah, we were just going in on him, yo. We was going in on Philly Trenches, yo. But,
Mr. Mason, you guys were in the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, we was in DR.
Nice.
Yeah, we was in DR. That's when I went for my 30th birthday. And then probably an hour after that, he made a whole video about. He said, "Yeah, these bulls in DR, man, it wasn't no girls in there." Like I was just like, "Yo, this dude is insane, yo, for real."
Wow.
And then he just kept it, and then it got to a point where I just stopped talking about him. I stopped mentioning him, and then I surpassed him. He had like I had 1,000 followers. He had 15. He had 8,000, and then I surpassed him. I'm at 15. He's still at 8. I surpassed him. I'm at 20. He's still at 8. So I was just like, I just stopped, talking to him after that.
That's strange. Yeah, it's strange, man. I just don't play that game, man. I don't really do the whole beef thing. I ain't got time for it. It's just, we're too busy trying to create, bro. It's a full-time schedule.
Yeah, for real.
That's funny.
TV in the building. Yo, you might as well join, man. Come in and join. Come
on in, Pee-wee. Yeah. So Mr. Mason's not our mutual friend, Mr. Mason, is he?
No.
Okay.
No. He said, yo, what's the sub? Yo, man, you late, man. Like we've been talking about a lot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about a lot. We was talking about like would you rather be feared or respect? We was talking about where would Tupac be if he still was alive, if he didn't get hit by the Crips. We was talking about, John Gotti. We was talking about a lot, man. We've been on this joint for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, time flies. Yeah, back to that Tupac thing, if we say like there's different paths, like you articulated a few paths, like, in jail and getting popped like a week or two later, blah, blah, blah. But at the other path that I mentioned, like about like if you got that guy, that Jimmy Iovine type of guy to take him under his wing, I mean, I think Pac probably would have run everything. Like he could, he probably could have, fucked around and become a billionaire. We got somebody coming in?
Yeah.
Yo, what's good?
What's happening?
Oh, how you doing, man? God bless y'all.
Bless you too, man. What's going on
with
you? How you doing?
Just tapping in live. I'm just seeing y'all on live. Thought I'd tap in.
Oh yeah, where you from?
Houston.
Oh yeah, wasn't you on live with me on New Year's, and that was somebody else?
No, that was me.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
You talking about Red Top? Yeah,
good dude. Yeah, he got good dude.
Where you from, man?
From Houston.
Oh, okay. H-Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, he the one that asked me, said, yo, where you get that information on Smitty?
That boy came out of nowhere with that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What's going on in Houston?
Oh man, it's all type of shit. There's all type of crazy shit going on out here right now, man. There's all type of funny bunny shit going on. It's just everybody complaining about this unity shit with these rappers and shit. They expect for the OGs to give them something, put them on. But my thing of it is, we from an independent city. Everybody got it off of independent hustle. Ain't nobody put nobody on. Even Jay Prince, he got it out the mud. That's just the type of people we is in Houston. We get it out the mud. We don't ask nobody for nothing. So I shouldn't expect for no OG to put me on.
Yeah.
Because we breathe.
Yeah, man. I mean, ultimately, we all got to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have some type of, backing, some type of unity, but you got to put the work in.
That's the whole point. Like, they don't want to put the work in. They expect somebody to give them something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that, man.
I mean, somebody's going to give you something, that's great. If you have generational wealth, that's great. But the vast majority of us don't, and we've got to go get it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fact, man. But we was talking about, let me ask you this question, yo. Would you rather be feared or respected?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. It depends on how you look at it. Yeah, because motherfuckers that fear you will kill you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, you said the exact same thing I said earlier, yo.
Yep.
The exact same thing I said earlier.
I can elicit a dangerous reaction.
Yeah, motherfuckers that fear you, everybody can fear you. Shit,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If the feds think you too much, they'll get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
Right. Yeah,
you don't want to be feared.
yeah.
Right.
It's like I said, a coward will kill you quicker than a gangster.
Yeah, especially if that level of fear is high. Because if it's like a real high level of fear, they're gonna have to kill you immediately because it's basically kill or be killed if it's that high level of fear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my thing when it comes to fear and respect. I'd rather be respected.
But then you gotta, but see, in the game, you gotta give them a little fear because if they feel like you a pushover or a pussy, they ain't gonna respect you.
Right.
Yeah, you use that when you have to.
Yeah,
When you
exactly.
when you have to use it, so they know, like, listen, like we can't get over on this dude. He's gonna rumble. He's gonna shoot back. But the respect thing is just like I said earlier. Fear is me stealing from you, and fearing you enough not to get caught. Respect is me having an amount of respect for you not to steal from you. And that's
Exactly.
how I look at it. Most definitely, that's how I look at it, man. And then we talked about, we was in here, we was in this joint for a minute, man. We talking about other content creators. Yo, what other what content creators you listen to? You watch?
You Pop Light.
Yeah.
What's my boy name? Celebrity Underrated.
Oh, I don't even know that.
He talk about all the celebrity deaths and stuff. I think
Oh, okay.
I think him and I think they're the same person. What's that dude name? Damn. Forgot that dude name, dog. Damn, I forgot my boy name. He be doing them channels. I think they the same person because they sound like I can't think of the dude name. Damn. But yeah, I pretty much be on you. Warren Kelly and
Oh yeah, I know them.
what's my boy name? Dreams Never Foreign. I think that's his saying. I forgot his page name, but he be like Dreams Never Foreign.
Yeah.
He a dude in Cali too though. I mostly be on I basically be on you though. Mostly you, Papa Light,
Yeah.
and Warren Kelly.
Yeah, Papa Light started this, man. He was like the first one doing this, like this crime genre stuff.
But your shit look like a real lie. I like how you put it together because it looked like damn near like a mini documentary or some
Oh
shit.
yeah, right, yeah. Just like I said, I'd rather give you a visual instead of just reading off of like paperwork, like FBI files and Wikipedia and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like a movie.
Yeah, like I like to give you a visual, like just not just a voice. It's just different things that just come with it.
What you got in the works? What you got in the works?
I don't even know, man. I was thinking about I was writing something on Rural Hardy.
Okay, yeah.
That's Lil Kim X. Yeah, Lil Kim X. I was writing something on him. I was supposed to binge drop it, but man, yesterday I watched the game, and then I went up here. I started writing a little bit, and then I started watching a different content creator. I started watching some YouTube, and I fell asleep. Yeah, that's basically how. Yeah, that's basically how that go. But yeah, we gotta get Billy Luna up the par. He just dropped tonight, so y'all go check his workout. He do the mob genre, crime genre. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you be on the mob stories? That's my shit.
Yeah.
I love the mob stories, boy. I fuck with the mob.
Oh, go check it out. Billy Luna Crime Stories. Yeah, I have I dropped a video tonight or a little while earlier, a couple hours ago, and it's I was on Skinny Joey Merlino's show, and so basically I kind of like took that, a couple pieces of that, put a bunch of other stuff together, a lot of the rats that Joey goes and fucks with, and some other shit. Actually, this video yeah, go ahead, Pee Wee.
No, I was gonna what he on Vlad TV? Is that the dude from Philadelphia?
Yeah,
right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Man,
Yep.
I fuck with him, man. Tell him I say I gotta get that dude a shout out. I fuck with him, man. That dude is solid. He's solid.
Yeah.
He stand on business. He don't fuck with no rats. He stand on business. I fuck with him.
Exactly.
When he did that Vlad interview, that's how you supposed to do interviews.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's how you do interviews. I don't know nothing. I don't know a goddamn thing. That's how you do interviews.
No, I love Joey just like looking at Vlad, just like that look, just like I'm not gonna tell you shit. Vlad is not gonna do anything to make him say a damn thing.
He said, he was like, I don't know. He said, what could you tell me? What could you tell me about Nicky Scarfo? He was on time.
He was a good guy.
He like, yeah, he was on time. I was like, what the hell?
Punctual.
I was like, yo.
Yeah, that's good.
Yo.
No, Joey's got jokes too. Joey's funny as fuck. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. No, he's he's a good cat. But I did this my video is kind of a hit piece on Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, because I think he's a real bitch, and I go in on him pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Now are you a Texans fan? Houston Texans?
Oh, of course, I love the Texans, my boys, man. I just feel like I fuck with the Texans. It's just I'm kind of old enough, son.
Yeah, we talk about them a little bit in there too, just a little bit, because I like that Stroud kid. And they're good. They're going to Detroit. I mean, they're the lowest seed going to play the number 1 seed, but damn, I love that kid Stroud, the quarterback. I like D'Amico, the coach. That defense is really good, man. I mean, Detroit's looking like, crazy, like the best team, but as such an underdog, they're kind of loose, the Texans.
I just wish we had us a badass running back and not saying the wide receiver ain't good, but he ain't no DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? We need another DeAndre Hopkins, and we can really go somewhere.
Oh, he's good. He was real good when he was with the Texans. Yeah. No, but I like the Eagles, man. And the Eagles are looking they didn't play very well yesterday, but they're looking pretty mean.
Yeah, it was getting a little spooky.
Oh, damn, man. That was played like shit. I mean, that was like, damn, I was lucky to win that game. Lucky the other team wasn't doing anything,
I mean, the Eagles defense came a long way, though.
Yeah.
A long way. They offensive linemen, the blockers came a long way.
Oh, yeah, the offensive line is classic.
I ain't been keeping up with football. What about is they in the playoffs? Patrick Mahomes them?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, they're the number 1 seed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's like they like the new Cowboys. That's like America's new team.
Oh, I'm sorry, ass Cowboy. Sorry, motherfuckers.
That's who's replacing the Cowboys. Cowboys and America's the American football team.
Oh, fuck the Cowboys. Kansas. Fuck the Cowboys.
It used to be.
No,
give it a goddamn Jerry Jones, they'll be all right.
No, the Cowboys are the worst. Cowboys are the only team in professional sports that I actively hate.
Yeah.
Everybody
hate the Cowboys, but a lot of people say, "Oh man, they hate Eagles fans too." I think the Eagles is most hated.
Oh come on, we're good guys.
Yeah,
we're solid. We're loyal.
I'm more of an NBA dude, though, man. NBA.
Really? You know what, man?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think football is the ultimate modern sport to the point that, like, dude, I don't know. The NBA is just so boring to me.
I can say now it's like you gotta wait till the playoffs, man. It's like when you watch the NBA, it's just like they running up and down the court, just jacking up threes and shit, dog. And it's like they can't get emotional. Like when you dunk, you can't get on nobody's face. It's too much text. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of load management. All the star players be sitting on the bench and all that. It's just, yeah, man.
Well, the NBA, like first of all, almost every team makes the playoffs. So there is no reason to ever watch an NBA game before the playoffs start, because basically, like, most of the teams make the playoffs. So just you can start watching if you want when the playoffs start. But I look back in the old days with like the Detroit Pistons with the Bad Boys, and like the Sixers with Barkley, and the Celtics with Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, like all that, man. Those characters were incredible, man. That game was so exciting, and it was just like almost like I don't want to say professional wrestling, but the characters were so good. And nowadays, I don't give a shit about anybody.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's different, man. It's different. Just like the streets. Just like the streets is different. Like things is just a lot of things is watered down, man.
Right.
A lot of things are watered down. I was just talking to someone. They was talking about how selling drugs ain't where it's at no more, man. Like it be dudes, they be having like bricks and it's hard to get rid of. Like it'd be like
really?
dudes talking like, yeah, like shit just be sitting. Like nobody got money.
Oh man. Wow. Yeah, fuck. I mean, well, you gotta get the clientele.
Yeah, it ain't like back in the day. That's why there's a lot of hustle. Like people be scamming, but how do you last scamming? Like that shit seem like that's something you can just get caught fast. Like how long of a run you go scamming? That's my question.
Yeah, man. It's the streets. It's not a good deal, man. It's not a good deal. But then again, nothing is. It's hard no matter what you do. I mean, you go to college, you get a degree. It's not easy. Everything's hard, right?
Yeah, man. But the streets are supposed to be easy, like a quick buck, though. Like,
right.
A quick buck, man. Like,
society's changing, man. Oh man, I'm watching the football game. The Vikings just intercepted. They just forced a fumble and ran it for a touchdown.
Damn.
I don't know if anybody doesn't want me to spoil the game. I just turned it on. There's 14 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Vikings just basically tied the game up.
Hey, man, ain't the Eagles, man. Ain't the Eagles, dog, for real, man. Like,
no. This is the Rams and the LA. I'm not too much of a Rams fan. I actually saw the Rams play the Eagles once. Actually, that's a funny story. I snuck into that game.
Oh,
and I ended up sitting in like a $2,000 seat. Yeah.
Damn. What was this?
Yeah, that was nice. That was good. I'm good at that kind of
How long
thing.
ago?
That was like 2017. I'm really good at that kind of shit. I got real strong Jedi mind control powers.
Yeah.
Damn,
we almost been on here 2 hours. Yo, anyone want to ask a question or anything before we get up out of here?
Yeah.
Before we call it?
Yeah. Has anybody got anything? We're here.
Any questions?
We'll answer all your questions. We'll give you advice. We'll break it down. We'll break it down for you. Tell your future.
I was gonna ask you, Bill. You ever heard of Don Roby?
Who?
Don Roby.
Nah.
Don Roby. Who's that?
He was the owner of Peacock Records. He was a mobster. I thought you knew about him.
Where was that? Where was he?
He originally from Houston. He owned Peacock Records. He controlled the chicken circuit, the chitlin circuit in the South. The Black Mob. He had Little Richard, Johnny Ace, Big Mama Thornton.
Right.
You wasn't making no money.
Jimi Hendrix came out of there.
I think he did have Jimi Hendrix and James Brown for a little bit, but it wasn't long though.
No, that sounds interesting though, man. I love the Chitlin Circuit. Like Hendrix is like my favorite. Yeah, he played the Chitlin Circuit. I'd love to hear more about that, man. That sounds like he was. What is his deal, man? He was a gangster.
Yeah. He was a gangster. He owned Peacock Records. That motherfucker was extorting everything in the South.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
They had like a big old it was basically like a kind of like a round table. Like everybody that was from the South, there was like a gangster out of each state or whatever. They all came together. They controlled the Chitlin Circuit. So they had everything pointed off.
That sounds cool, like man. I gotta check that out.
That sounds like the council.
It was black, but it was niggas though. They called them the nigga mob.
No. The council was African Americans too. The council.
Oh, you talking about up there in New York with
Frank Lucas, Ricky Barnes.
Yeah, all of them, they came together, but they had a thing called the council. I think the council nine. They had Frank Moden, Frank Matthews. They had people from Detroit. They had gangsters from Ohio. All come together. Like some type of commission.
Nice.
You know, but it was basically get this. That's when it was cutting all the Italians out. Cutting out the Italians out. And they was getting it from South Asia. All the heroin and everything.
Oh, so
Hmm.
Frank Lucas wasn't the only one getting it from Asia then. I would Nah, he was getting this shit from Vietnam, huh?
Yeah. That's Asia. Yeah, he. It was his cousin though that really like he always liked to say he was the first to do it, but it was dudes doing it like way before him, and plus his cousin really knew the plug out there, so thanks to his cousin, and that wasn't his blood cousin. I think that was his wife cousin or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frank Lucas, he was like a liar. You really can't believe, the stuff he was saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a snitch and a liar.
That nigga Freddie Bar say that nigga was bad with women.
Yo, there's a lot of those hustlers bad with women, man. Alpo, he's bad with women. It's like, because there's a lot of dudes. It's not, before they get the money, they just average. They can't really get the chicks. You got some fly dudes that don't need a dollar in their pocket to get women, and then there's guys that need the money to get a female. So you have the guys with the money, and they try once they get the money, that's when they start tripping. So they start doing some lame stuff. When it comes to females, man.
That's the difference between a trick and a pimp.
Yeah, that's the difference, man. And there's a lot of tricking going on nowadays with all these rappers. These females treating dudes like hoes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For real, like back in the day in the '90s, Snoop Dogg and them, they make Too Short. They say bitches ain't shit and all that. They said we ain't giving a bitch shit, but now these dudes glorifying tricking.
Yeah, back in the day, we don't love them hoes. Yeah, now it's like the
shit. That shit started with T.I. when he came out with that goddamn it ain't tricking if you got it. Shit.
right. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, so everybody, dudes are fuck around. Like I heard stories about dudes. Like so, one boy at the mall, my old head was telling me he bought the chick he bought a phone, right? He saw some chick, like a bad chick inside of say for example, like a T-Mobile store. So this boy purchased an iPhone, put his number in it, and then gave her the new phone. I said, this dude is a clown, yo. Like, I guess that was supposed to be something fly. You get what I'm saying? Like, but it was just like, damn, like, so what if she called him? But what if she ain't calling? She would have just took the phone. Like, go ahead.
Nah. Go ahead.
Yeah, just like I be telling my homies when it comes to females, it's like you supposed to put yourself in a position to win. You're supposed to be in it to win. Why put yourself in a situation where you could lose at the end of the day? You spending all this money, and then at the end of the day, you ain't getting nothing out of it. It's just like, what?
Well, I think you can be sure that she is going to call on that phone, though. You know that she's going to call because she's going to want more money, but she's not going to let you hit it. She's gonna take that money and bring it to some other guy.
Yeah, man. It's just like the oldest trick of the book. Like the first thing, the oldest trick of the book is walking up to a chick talking about, let's get a drink. Like, let me buy you a drink. It's like, all right, cool. Like I used to buy chicks drink, but that's after I got the number, and the number could have been wrong at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you talk to a female, I get the number, and then I was like, all right, let's have a drink. Let's have a drink together. Let's have a drink together. So I'm talking to you, have a drink, and then I'm out. Like, all right, enjoy your night. I won't say nothing to you the rest of the night.
It's just pathetic, man. I mean, we see so much of that. Like you said, the rappers, it's just everywhere and everyone. And I don't understand it. I can't do it. Because if you start it, it's just, you can't ever start it because if you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile and you're just going to be a bitch.
Yeah, yo. Hey, but these rappers,
I feel like the rap game missing somebody. It's missing some realness, dog. It's like it's missing like a real true person, man. It's just the rap game just missing somebody, bro. I don't know what it is. It's just somebody that's just missing. That just need to be a motherfucker that can speak that like a ODB mixed with a Tupac mixed with goddamn Nas. This just a real motherfucker. But it seems like the real motherfuckers get killed. They take them out. The
Yeah,
last
Right.
we
motherfucker
got
we
that.
had was
We got a
Simpson.
rapper. We got a rapper in Philly named Skrilla. He be out in Kensington with the Fiends and everything. But his music
Oh,
trash.
hold on. I think I heard a song about do that nigga got dreads. He
Yeah,
got
yeah, he got dreads. Yeah.
light skin,
I guess you
like
could call it light skin, but he got
kind of
dreads.
like a lightest kind of darkish brown or some shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
I fuck with that. I fuck with him. Yeah. I know you talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he be really out there with them, dog. Like you ride past, you'll see him out there in Kensington.
Is he good?
I don't fuck with his music. I don't fuck with no. The only Philly artist I fuck with is Core. That's the only Philly rapper I mess with. I'm talking about like the new rappers, like you know what I mean. Meek, he alright, but you know.
I don't like Meek. You say Core?
Yeah, Core. Yeah.
I never heard of him.
Oh yeah, he a problem, but he's under Meek. But Meek, Meek holding him back.
Oh, I don't like Meek at all, and I don't think he's good. I don't feel Meek at all.
Meek used to be the hottest. He was the hottest in the city at 13 years old. Like Meek was a beast coming up in Philly, dog. And then he started trying to rap like those Atlanta dudes.
You can't understand what he's fucking saying.
Yeah, you can understand, but it's you know what I mean. He said Quilly. Quilly trash now, dog. Quilly was hot back in the day. He's trash. Y'all know Quilly out in LA, or y'all know him out in ATL? I mean in Houston. Quilly Mills.
Was he with Rick Ross?
Oh no, he never was signed.
I'm gonna have to look him up. I ain't never heard. I'm gonna have to look him up.
Skrilla. He knows Skrilla, but he don't know Quilly. That's bad. Like that's bad for real for Quilly.
Oh man,
Quilly been underground for a minute. Yeah, he been underground for a minute, dog.
I think everything sucks nowadays. Like my favorite rappers are all back in the day. It's like I don't know. I mean, the Kendrick Lamar song, "They Not Like Us," that was amazing. Like that song is incredible.
That song it grows on you.
I was gonna say that it wasn't really just all of that. It wasn't no real. Just I don't know. Maybe that's the new generation. That's the new West Coast style. I'm used to that real gangster West Coast beat type shit. Like if you gonna beef with a nigga and diss a nigga and you from the West Coast, you gotta come hard on some real gangster shit.
But you gotta look at
it. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. You gonna diss somebody on Nick? Like, come on, man.
It's a song to dance to. Like we in a generation where people want to dance. Yeah. People want to. It's funny how like in this generation, like all the music is based off of dancing, right? But as soon as you go to the club, everybody's sitting down though. Everybody want to dance. Everybody want to dance on TikTok and Instagram. But as soon as you get to the club, nobody dancing. That's crazy. Like I remember back in the day, we used to go to the club. We used to pull chicks by their arm, get behind them. We used to pull chicks. Now everybody got sections and all that. It's different, man. It's different. Yeah, I don't mess with the club no more, man. For real.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, music different, man. It's all about dancing now. You heard Jim Jones. Jim Jones just dropped some shit that sounded like a party song. I was just like, yeah, it's
that guy's so lame.
That's still in Harlem. That shit trash, man.
That joint,
Dipset.
That's like a party joint. I was like, yo, that song trash, dog. Like, yo,
shit was trash.
That guy's been done for like 20 years.
I was just like, oh,
man,
what?
I mean, I fuck with Jim Jones, but I just wasn't fucking with that song. I like his flow and shit. Jim Jones can rap, you know what I'm saying? But it's just that beat wasn't it. Yeah, that wasn't it.
It's just like when the old heads trying to keep up with the time, it's just like, oh, it's bad, man.
Yeah. I'm just like Jim Jones. Just do you stick to being Jim Jones, man. Just stick to you being you, trying to fit in and shit.
Yeah, but it's just like, is it even cool like to be rapping? Like, it's like, in other genres, like you could be a rock star until you like 80, you know, until you die. You really can't be a rapper. You can't be 50-year-old. You can't be. Even though Jay-Z and them do it once in a while, but they're
Eh,
not like really like active in the game. You get what I'm
eh.
saying? So when you get these older dudes, it's just like, I mean, the rap game is dead, man. Like the females, it seems like they taking over, man.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that. It seemed like they pushing more of the females in the front for and pushing the niggas back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, and like when you turn on the radio, you hear more female songs, you hear nigga songs. I hear more Sexy Red, I hear more Gorilla, I hear more
yeah,
Lotto.
yeah.
They pump them three more than they pump anybody on the radio. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, because they bring the hoes out. You get what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
females, the females, they the biggest supporters. So like when you go to a Chris Brown concert, all you see is females, and like you ain't really seeing dudes going out to see dudes at concerts. Like not in a hip hop, it's gonna be mostly females. But when those females like Gorilla and all them come out, especially Beyonce, it be flooded with females. Like they like the biggest supporters. Because us men, we be chilling like, and we ain't going to no event where it's like we're watching like a sports event. Like, all right, somebody playing like a sports event or something. Like, oh, I'm gonna go see Jay-Z. We really too cool for that. Like, what the hell we want to see a grown man like rap for? Like, but females, they like little baby, they like babies and shit. They'll go out and see they artists, they favorite artists. Like Taylor Swift and all that. It's like that shit is out of pocket.
Yeah, they gonna support them. They gonna support them to the max.
Pee Wee, what do you think of Beyonce?
What you mean?
Are you into Beyonce? I mean, she's from H Town.
What she do for Houston?
Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
What she do for Houston? This is my thing. I fuck with you if you active and you out here. Like, I ain't saying Beyonce ain't gotta be out here, but like, I ain't never known Beyonce to really do nothing. The first time I just heard of Beyonce doing something, we had that storm and she came out and she was passing out some shit. Like, I'm like, damn, like this your first time just out here like that. I respect Bun B because
Yeah,
Bun B was literally in the water when we had that flood. He was out there with us. Beyonce wasn't out there with us. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You came after the fact. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, but I'm just saying, if you gonna, I'm just saying, if you gonna be real, do for the city, bro. If you gonna, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really did, she ain't really did, and I ain't hating on Beyonce. I fuck with her, but she don't really do too much. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
look at her ticket prices. I think she should do like at least like a free concert, like for all the little girls. That's just for her fans and stuff, like a free concert. Not doing a not doing a concert that what I'm saying that's like somebody said 10-3 Rams.
Is that what it is? Let me see. Yeah, no, I don't like. I'm not feeling Beyonce, and I'm not feeling Jay-Z either.
man, sometimes be real. I think she be fake, bro. I'm just gonna be real, bro. I'm from Houston, and no
Mhm.
disrespect, but sometimes I be feeling like she be fake. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just be me.
There.
Of course, she's in a different world. She's in a
Oh,
different world.
Jay-Z, and
Unless it's Jay.
that's my man
Unless it's
Eamon.
him.
That's my
Keeping
man
his foot
Eamon.
on it.
My man Eamon's the one who updated that game score. That's my boy.
I don't fuck with Jay-Z.
He's straight out of KC. No, Jay-Z and Beyonce are just they're fucked up. They're douchebags, and then also they're just I don't know, man. I don't give a shit about their music.
Right. What
You know?
about somebody said
I ain't
Juice
gonna lie, I
before
jam
Chris
that on the
Brown?
run. I'm gonna jam that on the run though. That's my shit. Now I have one song I do fuck with Beyonce is that Halo, cause she sung the shit out that song. But you know what I'm saying?
Back in the
No,
day,
what
there was a
about-
lot of good songs.
She can
But
sing like a
what about the
motherfucker.
ticket? What about the ticket prices though? What about the ticket prices?
That's just a
Yeah.
ripoff. That's just a ripoff.
But it's just like the same people that supported you on the come up, the same poor people. These people still poor now. These people can't afford your concerts. So I think she
But
should do a
Beyonce
free
crossed
concert.
over to a whole nother genre to where she could sell tickets for 500 and the motherfucker and her show gonna sell out. You know, cause that's Beyonce. They fuck with Beyonce. They Beyonce fan base is super, 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 super loyal. Ain't nothing you can say about Beyonce that's gonna make them motherfuckers change. They love Beyonce and they would come for your neck behind
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Oh hell yeah. The Beehive. No. What about the Chris Brown? What y'all think about the females paying like $2,000 to take a picture with Chris Brown, or 1,200?
Bitch paying that much shit. It's a problem.
Men aren't the only
Paying that
tricks.
much,
You know what
it's
I
a
mean?
problem. You know
Men
what I
aren't the only
mean?
tricks.
Bitch, we can
They
go
was-
take a picture for $1,200. You want to go take a picture for $1,200 with this whole ass nigga? Shit.
That's what females was doing. The same female that say, "Oh, this nigga gotta take me here. Oh, he gotta take me to the Roof Chris on the first date." But they spending 1,200 for Chris Brown just to take a picture.
But I guarantee you, it was some niggas that paid for that shit too. It was niggas that paid to
Oh, it
take
was
their bitch to
dudes.
go take
Yeah,
a
it was
picture with
dudes.
Chris
Yo,
Brown.
I see some. Yo, if I could put pictures on here, I will post it up. It was a one dude. He did like a heart. Like he made like a heart with Chris Brown. Like they made like they both put their arms together and made a heart. I was just like, man, these dudes are crazy.
Oh, I seen that shit. I seen it. I'm like, that nigga Chris. And if Chris
Yeah,
Brown was a real nigga, he'd have told that nigga I ain't taking no picture with you like that. Hell nah.
yeah.
Fuck. You
But it's
tripping,
like,
nigga.
yo, he paying. He was like, yo, it's about the money.
Man, I don't give a damn, man. We could probably take a picture like standing side to side or something, you know what I'm saying? But come on, man. This nigga tripping.
He hugging. Listen, he hugging up on females. Like he hugging up on dudes, girls, and the photos and stuff. Man, I was just like, damn, that shit. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
And then that goes to show you, your bitch ain't got no loyalty for you. She doing some shit like that. A bitch get a picture, take a picture with Chris Brown. You know she gonna have that hoe in her house, like just
Of course.
Right.
Like paying $1,200. It's females
Like-
that didn't even give a dude. She probably didn't even buy her boyfriend a PS5. And she
No.
know what I'm saying? Like,
double.
No.
She paid
where's the
double just to take a picture with Chris Brown. That's crazy.
She
where the
might. She,
respect that. That means that she don't respect you if she do some shit like that. Like, come on, man.
she might
Yeah,
buy her. She might buy her man a PS5 with his credit card.
Right. Or she probably bought the Chris Brown tickets with his credit card.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, she might rack up like $25,000 on his credit card, and then she might actually buy him a PS5 too.
Mm-hmm.
From his credit card. But that's like, yeah, like you said, like Ruse Chris on the first date. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? And then now, after her seeing Chris Brown now, she might just let the dude get some. But she probably not letting the dude get none after seeing Chris Brown.
Shit.
Yeah, so we live in crazy times, dog. Like we live in crazy times right now, man.
It's just, man, I mean, I understand when you're young. You know what I mean? If you're like 15 years old and you're a sucker for love, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, oh, man, just don't do that. You just establish that shit and it's over. And it's just, it gets right. And you just, you know what? It's just, man, there's a lot of fish in the sea. Move on.
Yeah, it's just like what what else? It's like the Travis Hunter situation. Y'all up on that?
But see,
about how his girl don't like him. His girl really don't like him.
Who?
Travis Hunter.
But see, I'm gonna tell you, he wasn't taught. I'm from a player city. Houston is a player city. We players. We live. We on that peace shit for real. We real live players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can tell that whoever he was raised around, they wasn't no player. They was probably straight up like a good dude. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't no live, no player nigga. Because if they was, you would tell, man, this nigga act like a straight up simp, bro. You all up, man. Come on, man. Come on, this nigga tripping. I'm like, bro, can't be no player. Bro, can't be. He couldn't be raised around no live niggas in his family. Cause if he did, you'll see. You sitting here hugged up, man. You know this bitch that took a picture with what she did? Did she like a nigga post or something with hard eyes?
She she comment hearts on Anthony Edwards' photo.
See, that's disrespectful right there. That's
Yeah,
that's
and then
disrespectful.
you know what she said, right? First of all, look, this is 3 strikes. So the first strike is she used to dance. No, I'm not even gonna use that for that. All right, whatever. The first strike was when he said she said he used to take her to parties and and sit in the car, sit outside in the car while she's in the party. So he used to wait for her while she's in there partying with dudes. And then the second strike when I saw they were streaming and she got her own room. They don't even sleep in the same room. She got her own bedroom.
Hold on. They stay together?
Yeah, they
Please
live
don't tell me
together,
this
but she
nigga
got
got.
her own. Yeah, she got her own room. They don't. You know, they got different rooms.
Yeah. Women make rules for betas. They break rules for alphas. That's they want the you know what is it they say the alpha fucks beta bucks.
Yo,
I heard that before.
yeah, no, that's facts though. They don't even in the same what. And then it's like I thought something was wrong with her. Like I thought she was a little slow. You know, because she didn't even stand up. You know, everybody was standing up clapping. Like Primetime had to make he had to make her get up. Like when he was receiving award, like everyone, his family, everyone stood up except for her. And then he had to tap her to get her to stand up and clap for him. And then when he was taking pictures with fans and signing autographs, and then she was complaining and shit. It's like that's why I'm like, yo, she might be just a little slow. She might not even she might not know better.
It seems like she gonna fuck up everything he got going on, man. He need to leave her ass alone. Leave her where she at, bro. Cause you know what I mean? She gonna fuck up everything you got going on, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cause
I hope he wake up and realize, man, she ain't for him.
sometimes,
She
but
ain't for
you
him.
know, every guy got to take that fall, you know, and I guess he just gotta learn. He just gotta learn, man. He got to take
Hopefully
that
you don't.
fall.
Hopefully he don't make the wrong mistake and learn from it. I hope he don't, boy. Woo, you get her pregnant, you know it's over.
Oh yeah, yeah. What?
Yeah.
You get her pregnant, it's over with.
Because like the first
It's not
red flag
his.
is that listen, the red flag. She said when they first met, she didn't even like him. She left him in the DMs and shit. She said I didn't even like him at first. And it's like, okay, because you ain't know who he was. Like, somebody would probably got in her ear, like, yo, you know who that is? Like, yeah, like, he the hottest thing in the city. Like, yo, you better go get that. Go get that money.
Now, are you talking about Travis Scott?
No, Travis Hunter.
I don't know who that is.
He's a
He play for
football player.
Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado.
He's a football player? What?
Yeah. Yeah. He might
College?
be the first pick. He
Yeah.
played for Deion Sanders.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Somebody should just pull that guy aside, you know?
Yeah, hopefully Primetime doing that. But yeah, it's just like it was stuff coming out like every week on her. Like it was just like, yo. Yeah, man.
I feel like every superstar that come out of college need to go through a course about females, man.
Oh yeah,
When you coming into the league, like they need a course on that to teach them to prepare them. You see what I'm saying? Cause she, imagine if they had that imagine if they had that.
yeah.
His brother told him.
That her brother told her she should text him back. Yeah, that's how it be. Like, yo, you know who that is? Oh, like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
No, man, hottest in the, yeah, it's
They should have like player 101.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But instead,
man.
most people are getting postdoctorates and simping.
You see a lot, man. A lot of people exposed. Like PJ Washington, like he was messing with the John Brittany Renner after she didn't name like 7 rappers she been with. It's like these dudes don't, man. It's like Drea, she pregnant by the young boy, Jalen Green. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, she's some work. She's some nice work, but still, it's like she been passed around. Like
When I was in jail, I used to see in the magazine. I used to like her. I used to thought she was bad as a motherfucker. Boy, I used to think she was fine.
Yeah, her body's crazy. Like she's slim, thick, and everything. Like she from Philly.
Fine little motherfucker.
Yeah, but she was stripping though. She started off stripping, and then she got with a Dallas Cowboys player, and she never looked back from then.
You seeing them show magazines, boy. Damn, the fine little yellow ass.
Yeah, man, she's some work. Now she got Jalen Green. He like 22. He probably 21, and they had a baby together.
He played for the Rockets, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he played for Rockets. Yep.
Damn, she got my. Oh man, damn,
Yeah, she
damn,
got him. Hell yeah, she got him.
damn.
Yeah, she got him. And she got kids older than him.
Boy, imagine how many checks she's sweeping up in a month, though. Ooh, I know her bank account look good in the
Oh yeah,
motherfucker.
her yeah, like hell yeah, like, and the crazy thing is, it's like she was messing with Diddy, messing with Diddy's sons. Someone on the interview said, they was I forgot who was it? It wasn't Ray J. Who the hell was it? It was like one of those singers from back then. It was a rapper. I forgot who it was, and they said she was on. He walked in, she was on her knees and shit. She was on her knees. He was about to do like a little deal with Diddy. But he said she was getting up off her knees when he walked in there.
God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah,
What,
man.
dude?
Like these young boys, man, they think tricking us. You know what I'm saying? Is the way to go. You
What
know?
you think about the Puffy situation?
Ah, we'll see. I hate to see a man fucked up. I hate when people like kick a man when he down. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Exactly.
we'll just
Exactly.
have to see. Like I've been hurt. Diddy been on some freak shit. Like but it's like, I mean, that's his business. But when it comes to kids and stuff, it's like, yeah, that's out of pocket, man. But we'll
Nah,
see.
I don't believe. I don't believe that. I don't believe he was. Man, I don't believe he was fucking with no kids. I don't
Yeah,
believe that.
right.
I know he probably was freaky getting
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
But he got too much money, man. Come on, man. Hell no. He didn't even finna fuck with no kids.
That's how.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
believe he a
Hollywood
freak
for you,
though.
though. Those Hollywood parties and all. That's Hollywood. We all know that's Hollywood for you, yo. That's Hollywood. But it's like, damn. It's like, you know how the game is. You know what I'm saying? They try to bring Jay-Z down and everything too.
But
Yeah.
Jay Z,
Remember?
he deserved it though. I ain't gonna lie, Jay Z deserved it. The way he
You
did Dame Dash, he deserved it, dog. Jay Z been an old snake ass nigga.
I mean, you got to look at they all was snakes. Dame Dash was a snake.
What
It's
Dame
like
Dash do? What
they
Dame
all
Dash
was
do?
burning each other.
What
Like
Dame Dash do?
what Dame Dash did, he was doing
Yeah.
so much. He was fucking up the company money. It was stuff. It's like Beanie Siegel. He owed Beanie Siegel money.
No,
He burnt Beanie
no,
Siegel.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey,
so it's like,
guys, I
you
got
know.
I got to get running, man.
Oh yeah. We've been on here for 2 hours, dog. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was really great talking with you guys, and I'd actually like to continue this conversation. This is like another topic, but I gotta go.
All right, facts, man. You be good out in LA. You be good out in Houston, man. Y'all take care, man. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Thanks for having me, brother.
All right, man. I'll talk to you.
All right, you be well.
All right.
Peace out.
Okay.